Well, hello everyone. I hope you are well. I'm in my shed today. It's very wet still. A lot of rain at the moment, isn't there? Hope you're well. Hope you're having a great time. Now, today, well, over this last week, you've probably seen there's been a lot of people talking about the Garden Press event, and I went to it as I've done for many years now. Great day out, I've got to say. And there's a few items that are quite interesting to me that I wanted to talk to you about today. First of all is this stuff. It comes from Andermatt and it's called Rutilizer Potato Mist. We spray this onto our seed potatoes. I've got a seed potato just here. I'll show you what we do. Just spray it on like that. And it covers the seed potato in friendly bacteria. And it is rumoured to produce much better potatoes, bigger and so on. Now, I haven't tested this out as of the moment, but I've been reading up with the company and seeing what it does, and it's got some great reviews so far. This is the first time it's for sale for the general public, so if you want to get into it, it's worth checking out. I've added a link to the item in the description down below, but there's also a discount code if you want 15% off. I get nothing for this, I'm just promoting this if you are interested, but for 15% off for this stuff, go hit it up and we'll see how it gets on. But there's one more thing that I have found quite interesting as well that I was there, and it's this. It's from a company called Germie, and what it is basically plug plant starters. I've been really getting into plug plant starters lately, so this is something I want to set up and test out and see how it gets on. Come down here and we'll see how it works. So these are what we get inside the pack. As you can see, they go together to make these sort of hexagonal plug plants starters. They're quite small, it has to be said. They are quite small, but there is something quite appealing about what we get from them. So I think what we need to do, I'm trying to get the idea on the diagram. If we start like so and try and put these together, what we need, one on each side. I think we're doing it right. I'm looking on the pictures to try and make sure we get these together just right. There we go. Okay, I'm with you now. Let's see what happens. Aha, we're rolling now. We've got it figured. So that didn't take too long to put together, and I could have done it a bit faster. If we lift it from these, they stay together. If we lift it from here, they will fall apart, of course. So that's a key thing to remember, that if we lift from there, they will fall apart. So the next thing I want to do, one of my concerns with this is it has no bottom. It is completely hollow. So will it hold on to compost if we push it in enough? Big question. Let's have a try with just a few bits. We won't fill them all up because it might waste a lot of compost, but let's just really try and get these. I mean, these are so small, it's hard to get my finger in there, but a small finger or something like that. We might need something to stamp these, but of course, they have actually held together not too bad. But I can see if I take this out of here to put in my greenhouse, they will fall apart more. So what I'm going to do is actually place these in this tray and see how we get on. So let's fill this up with seed compost. And just give it a bit of a shot. So again, I'm just going to use my little finger just to push these down. Like so. Right, so we've got all these filled up now with seed compost, which means what we need to do now is sow some seeds. So I'm going to sow some spinach in these. So I'm just going to take my dibber and try and make a little hole in each one. The trouble is, my dibber is almost taking up each the size, if I get my words out, of each of these honeycombs. See, I think it'll be okay. I think it will be okay. Now these retail, from what I've seen, for about £20, which did put me off. Those cheap plug plants that we often use that cost £1. I did feel a little bit like, can I really say that's worth it? We're hoping it is going to be worth it, but ultimately it's up to you what you buy, of course. But I think if these last for a long time, they have a 10-year guarantee, then they may well be worth it in the long run. Something I've noticed recently when I've been trying out different plug plants, yeah, it's hard sometimes to sort of justify spending a lot of money on these plug plant trainers, but when we do, such as things like my agrarian plug plant trainers, starters, it's been worthwhile. So once I get past the initial shock of the cost, I think they could be worth it. Now this is the small version. As I said, there's small, medium and large, all of which we will be trialing out in the coming few weeks. But for me, I'm quite impressed so far. They do go together quite easy, and they can be easy to use, but what will it be like in the future? We will find out. Nearly got all these spinach seeds sown, just to get them off to that good start. There we go. Now what I'm just going to do, just give this a bit of a dusting over the top. I tried to get a single seed per each honeycomb. Not always easy to do. So there we go. We have got, there's 41 plug plant starters in that entire lot that we have sown. I will report back in the future to see how they get on and how we find using them in the long term. What do you think of them? Do you think they're impressive? Do you think they've got something to offer, or do you think they're not worth the aggro? Let me know down in the comments down below. Right, I'm going to get these in the greenhouse and get them growing. I'll see you again in the next one.